Welcome to another episode of Field Notes, insights and observations for the travel marketer. Today, we're talking about marketing college, specifically travel marketing college out of the Southeast Tourism Society. And joining us is Provost Shannon Gray. And as I said, very excited to get into this. Our guest today, Shannon Gray. Shannon, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fabulous. I have to say it is an absolute pleasure to talk to you because for the last, I don't even know how many years, I have told any audience I could speak to or any college that I was teaching that one of the things that they should think about is thinking like an anthropologist. You are the first actual anthropologist I get to talk to. So I'd actually like to start there. Can we talk about how you got into anthropology and then how that morphed into Gray Research Solutions, which I want to talk to in a second. But can you talk about that arc real quick, and then we'll kind of get into more marketing things.
Yeah, sure. I fell in love with anthropology after my first college elective course on it, and just decided I was there actually for marine biology, and then I decided I hated marine biology. So fell in love with anthropology. I just love understanding the different types of cultures in the world, and that's kind of how it started. Most anthropology, though, looks at kind of foreign cultures. You go abroad for a year and you study a culture that's completely unknown to you. I was much more interested in our current culture and how people behave around the consumer culture, consumer products and services. Why do we buy what we buy? What makes us do what we do? How much of that is culture driven and what are those dynamics? And I've always been fascinated with that. So I took it into a master's degree, and I got a master's degree in cultural anthropology and an MBA at the same time. I was really interested in originally the culture of how a company operates, that really internal culture of how, the traditions and the habits of a company. And then that morphed into more of kind of why do people buy what they buy to contribute to those corporate cultures. So I took a job right out of graduate school as a corporate ethnographer. And an ethnographer is somebody who goes and the classic term is somebody who goes and lives in a foreign culture for a period of time to learn how it operates. In business world, it's going to spend a long period of time with a customer, one-on-one, like a consumer. So we did work for big companies like General Mills, Kraft, Merck, AP News was one. Bunch of big corporations who have a lot of money and can pay to have an anthropologist talk to their customers.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was really great, but there was something missing. It didn't feel like I was really contributing anything to the world by, for instance, helping Kraft sell more Lunchables or helping General Mills sell more cereal. It didn't feel fulfilling. And then I found the travel industry and realized I can sell travel all day long. Travel is about joy. It's about a break from the mundane of your daily life. And it not only helps with the kind of the mental health and reducing stress for the consumer, the traveler, but it also really contributes to the community in the form of economic impact of the visitor spending. And so this is a product or a service, whatever you want to call it, that I could really get behind, that I felt strongly about. My work in this industry can literally help people, both the people that are buying the product and the people who are selling the product. And so I apply anthropology to tourism by really deeply understanding what motivates people to travel to a particular place. In general, what makes people travel is the psychology behind that. But also what makes people choose one place over another. What are they looking for? And what are they getting out of this destination over the other destination? Because ultimately, we're trying to help communities, destinations know who to target, how to improve and build tourism in their communities. So if I can understand what drives a person to a particular place, I can help the marketer understand how to better reach that person. And it's just the industry for me. I fell in love with it. I love the tourism industry. I love the people in it. Whole lot of love going around this industry on all fronts. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Now, I'm going to put your origin story a little bit out of order because I want to talk about this first, then we'll get to STS. But you get out of marketing college and you start your own thing. Can you talk about the Gray Research Group and like the work that you do? I know you kind of set up a primer, but in real specific terms, what is the work that you do day to day?
We do mostly custom research for tourism organizations. And most of the time, that's a DMO, a destination marketing organization. We specialize with small and medium sized destinations that can't maybe afford one of the big research projects. And we do a lot of visitor profile studies, perception studies to know how people are thinking about a place. We do a lot of meeting planner studies where we're doing interviews with meeting planners and really putting that together in the form of clips and communicating to stakeholders on why meeting planners choose a place to bring their meeting. We do lodging studies to understand the lodging sector in a destination and what they care and what they want. They're usually, drawing the lodging tax that funds marketing for a destination. So they're a really important stakeholder. We do a lot of project-based work, and then we also do retainer-based work where we're basically serving as the research director for a small to medium-sized destination. We can ingest all the different data streams that they are purchasing, and we can help turn it around into insights and implications for marketing for that destination. So we have a lot of fun. We love our clients, love my staff, and just really love the entire industry. I'm an industry with friends and family, and that was not the case when I was doing consumer research.
And you have been doing this work for 15 years, yes, ish?
What is it, 2025? Yeah, I got into it in 2009, so 26 years about.
Awesome.
No, 16 years. My math is off. 16 years, yeah.
That's incredible. And so for you, obviously, you've got a whole lot of love today for all of our travel friends, which I adore. How has this industry changed for you? Has it gotten more exciting? More like if I were to ask, hey, how has this changed for you? What would be your answer?
I'm going to throw in an anthropology term. There's this anthropology term called communitas. And communitas is the feeling of togetherness that a culture gets when it goes through trials and tribulations. So when a culture is going through something, there's a drought, or there's a lack of food, or there's a big storm, or whatever the thing is, going through that challenge together creates bonds between people. And that's true with any tribe, any group of people, it's true for. And so what I think we're doing in the tourism industry right now is we have, over the last 5-6 years, been through a lot of trials and tribulations as an industry.
Yes.
I mean, starting with even before COVID and then into COVID. Now there's some challenges coming down from the federal government that is definitely impacting the travel industry in the US, at least. And so I feel as if the way that the travel industry has changed for me, we've kind of gotten a lot closer, and we lean on each other a lot more, and we're in this thing together trying to figure out how to build and grow tourism in our communities. So I don't know, it feels like things, even though we're facing a lot of trials and tribulations from the outside and outside influencing factors, as an industry, it feels to me like we are really have been coming together to try and kind of form a united front and help each other. And that's a really nice place to be.
I love that. So you and I are here together because STS Connections just ended. I was a newbie at that conference, and I kept hearing and seeing these pins, and I was trying to figure out what is happening here. And someone's like, oh, that's marketing college. I'm like, marketing college? What is this? Tell me more about this marketing college. And then I was directed to you because I find this to be such a profound thing. And I'm wondering if you could kind of set that up for everybody, like what marketing college is, how it works, and more importantly, because I got to see it firsthand, not only what did you call it? The communitas? Is that the word?
Communitas.
Yeah. Not only the communitas that you feel at a conference like that for everybody who has graduated from this, but their ability to innovate and look forward and look in like all of that stuff. So let's start with, tell me what marketing college is.
Marketing college, it should be called Tourism Marketing College, because it is a place where tourism marketing professionals come together to learn how to market their destinations better. And it's been around for over 30 years now. It was started, I guess back in the 80s or 90s. And I don't know the exact number of the years, but I should. Tourism Marketing College is a place where one week every year we gather together to learn about tourism marketing, and it's a 3-year program. So we have green tags, blue tags, and red tags, which are freshmen, sophomores, and seniors because
Sure.
we skipped the year.
Yeah, yeah.
And people stay there for a week. We have it on a college campus because we're really trying to kind of mimic that college university atmosphere. So we come together. It used to be in Dahlonega, Georgia. Now it's in Macon, Georgia, at Mercer College, Mercer College campus. Some students stay in the dorms, actually. Some students stay in local hotels, but you are there from Sunday to Friday, and you wake up in the morning early. Class starts at 8 a.m. and you've got a full curriculum all week of learning about all the different topics of marketing and destination that you need to know. And that curriculum has changed a lot over the years, as you can imagine. I mean, when I started, everybody was asking, do we really need a Facebook page?
Right.
What is this new social media stuff? And I know people who came even earlier than that, where the question was, do you actually need a website? So we've been around for a while, and the curriculum has changed as times have grown. This year we have a lot of work on AI, a lot of classes. Those are kind of new. Lots of new digital classes that have been around for a few years, but are certainly timely. You're not only there though to learn. By the way, we have volunteer professors that are experts in whatever they're teaching about, all over the U.S., but most of them come from the Southeast because it's Southeast Tourism Society. So this is a 16-state region. But anybody is welcome to come to marketing college. You don't have to be a member of STS, and you don't even have to be in the Southeast region. Expert professors that really know their topics, and are volunteering their time for free for that hour or two or whatever that class is. So you're in class all day from 8 to 5 with your classmates, and you're not only hearing a lecture from your professor, but you're doing a lot of discussion with your classmates. You're learning from each other. Everybody will throw out, oh, I'm having this issue. Is anybody else having that issue? And then the class discusses it with the professor. So, and that kind of gets a little bit more intense as you move on. Your first year, it's a lot of the basics. And then by your third year, it's a lot of really in-depth discussion about how you should handle situations, and what do you do if this happens, and how do you handle this situation if you're a small budget DMO or if you're a large budget DMO. And so it's really kind of soup to nuts, everything you need to know to be a destination marketer. But we don't even have only destination marketers in our classes. We also have hotel and lodging representatives and staff, managers. We have folks from the attractions industry. We have local government, like city and county government departments, chambers of commerce, economic development. A lot of vendors as well come to learn, to see what the DMOs are learning. So 8 to 5, that's what you're doing. And then after 5, we have an event every evening where you can network and get to know other people in your industry. And we have a lot of fun, and there's a lot of laughter, a lot of learning. It's really intense, but back to what we were talking about earlier about communitas, a group of people going through some sort of thing together, trials, tribulations. It's an initiation, really. And that creates, on a biological level, that creates social bonds between people. And so this program is no exception. The people that you go through marketing college with turn into some of your most trusted and respected colleagues for the rest of your career. I still keep in touch. I graduated in 2013, and I still keep in touch with, I'd say, 20 to 25 of my classmates. Some of them aren't even in the industry anymore. But I have this short list of people that know me, and I know them, and I can call them about anything. It's really a powerful network, a close-knit network. And the people who graduate together and are in the same cohort, they all have their own Facebook pages. So you have class of blah, 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 Tourism Marketing College. Those pages are really active with everybody in the cohort. They get to know each other's kids. They get to know each other's personal stories. It's really a a kind of a powerful program, and you kind of leave that program a little bit changed. Actually, it's not just your normal conference. You're living and breathing with these people for 7 days. So I'm really just proud to be a part of it. I mean, I went through first as a student, and then as an alumni student, and then a professor, and now I am the provost of Marketing College, which means um, it's just a figurehead, really. I mean, it means that I help determine what the curriculum will be next
Sure.
year.
Yeah. Yep.
And I help pull in professors for new topics, new professors that we want to bring in to teach the students. And I'm just generally there to kind of oversee the program and make sure it's healthy.
So Shannon, you being a research person, I'm going to ask you a lot of research questions here for a
Great.
second, right? Like, and I don't literally mean a percentage, but like how many people when they get out, they graduate and is the graduation always at STS Connections? Is it always at that conference? Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So
Okay.
the third years will have ended their last class in June of this year. This year's will be June of 2025. And then they have to do a senior project. And there's no hard rules about what that is, but it has to be applying something that you learned in school to help your local community. And so after they've completed their senior projects, then they're eligible for graduation, and the graduation always happens at Connections. Yeah.
And so once Connections is over and you have graduated, like how many people turn around and want to give back to the program by either teaching or some other way? What does that kind of feedback loop look like? As you can tell, I think this is such a cool program. So like I'm very excited about this.
It is super cool. And a lot of people really want to stay involved in whatever way they can. A lot of times, if somebody has graduated through Marketing College and they weren't already a member of STS, they'll join STS and then maybe get involved in a committee. I have a Marketing College content review committee that I lean on to help me determine curriculum for the next year. It's about 5 or 6 people, all TMPs. TMP stands for Tourism Marketing Professional, and that's the certification that you get when you graduate Marketing College. So there's a lot of TMPs in the tourism industry in the Southeast. I think that we've graduated over 1,500 students over the years.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And so give me some context. What's a class, like what's a year one class size? So I kind of know what that number means.
Year one is about 130 to 150 people.
Got it.
Year two, probably around 80 to 100. Year three is maybe 50 to 80. We lose some every year.
Yep.
Either they're not able to come back that year. You don't have, by the way, it doesn't have to be concurrent. Most people will go 3 years in a row. Because most of the time, because you want to stay with your cohort, you're starting to build relationships with these people. But a lot of folks, me included, have to skip a year for personal or financial or work reasons. And you just come back. You have to start with a new cohort. You don't start over, but you're coming back into wherever you left off with a new cohort. I mean, for me, that was kind of cool because I got to learn two classes instead of just one. Yeah.
Awesome.
No, but people do want to stay involved, and they can stay involved. Most of our professors, almost all of our professors are TMPs themselves. So, and we also have an alumni class. For years, we did have an alumni class, and that was mostly for people who didn't want to leave.
Yeah, got it.
They don't want to leave after they graduate, and they want to keep learning. So we had an alumni class for years, and then when COVID hit, we dropped that program for a few years, and we've just started bringing that back. So this summer, we had our first kind of reimagined alumni program, and we're excited to see that build.
I love it. All right, I will cut you loose here as soon as you let us know if people are watching this or listening to this and want to learn more about Marketing College. Where do they go and how do they find out more about it?
Yeah, go to southeasttourism.org. It's the website for Southeast Tourism Society, and go to the programs, and you can see Marketing Colleges all over that particular website. And it'll have all the information you want, some videos. The Facebook page for STS also will have a lot of posts about Marketing College, particularly back in June and July when we were finishing up the program.
Perfect.
So if somebody doesn't know anything about Marketing College, marketing, by the way, it's not just for beginners to the industry. We have a lot of people who have worked in the tourism industry for 10, 20 years, and they come through Marketing College and they all get something out of it. So we have folks from very beginner, just stepped into the tourism industry, some just stepped into a career in general right out of school, and some who are, in their 50s, 60s. They've been in the industry for years and they just want to freshen up. Um, so if the regardless of your kind of history or expertise with the tourism industry, there's something for everybody to learn. And we welcome everybody. So I would highly recommend that they talk to their fellow TMPs. There's TMPs around you, I promise. Anybody who went through marketing college will be able to tell you as much as you need to know. And they will all, I guarantee you, recommend that you do it. It's a really powerful program.
Shannon Gray, thank you so much for the time. Let's catch up maybe next year right before the graduating class.
Sounds great.